community for designers and architects and social action in St. Louis. As two female architects who are not native to St. Louis, we think there's a lot of power in having those social networks and having those connections and really creating an empowering community amongst women in architecture and design. That's where y'all come in.
Well, my name is Rosalind Williams, and I am a planner by education. I got a master's in urban planning from the University of Washington in 1971. My undergraduate degree is in industrial design. And for 4 years, I was the only woman in the program. It's very lonely. I think the women have a different perspective on the world and probably on how things function. You know, I think that I bring to the planning world a woman's perspective on activities that go into the city. Like, I was very interested in having daycare, which I think men just never think about.
I think it's one of the great things that I like is the fact that, you know, we don't always find ourselves coming downtown at night. At least I don't. You know, I live up in the Kirkwood-Webster area, and I call on a lot of design firms. So it's interesting that you were able to get people from, you know, further out and downtown to come to one place after hours.
All the men thought that I was getting special treatment because I was a woman. I was also the only black person, and I'm used to being the only in that situation.
I'm constantly running into contractors assuming I'm the wife of the owner or the owner. I'm not, you know, like, why do you think I showed up with a hard hat? I did. Not many owners just have a hard hat lying around.
To the surveys of the American Planning Association, women are not paid the same as men, and they're not promoted to the same levels as men. And so I just think that that's just a chauvinistic, it is chauvinism in the professions and in the culture.
You know, colleagues of mine, past classmates of mine that live in different cities, and this is like something that's almost old news in those towns.
Oh yeah.
And I find that, like, when I saw this posted in the AIA missive, I said, finally, thank you. Like, finally someone stepped up and said, let's just try to start this and let's just get people together and see what happens. And I think that's a huge feat that you and Stacy and whoever should be congratulated for, because it's needed. I was here with a colleague, and she and I talked about things that we probably would not have said inside the building, you know, that we work in. And so I think that comfort level of bringing people outside of that is really good.
Help us to figure out if you want to have monthly meetings, but we will be in touch. Make sure you've left your email, so when we set up the next meeting, you're going to put all this together, send you a report of what everybody said, and get back together and follow it up from there. Thank you so much for coming.
At this point, we're probably going to be good after school.
Yeah, it was support.
There's really not that much that you see.
What is your experience, right? You know, what are you working on? Where do you have time to fill? And everybody fills it out.
Sure. That's how you get life on my resume. Have you had issues with, I got it. Credit.
Actually, yeah.